Hi, if you like the video, please remember to subscribe. Hi, I'm Rob from robknownphoto.com, and today we're going to have a little chat and a quick review of the Verbatim Store and Go 320GB portable hard drive that I bought, I think it was last week, the week before, mainly because I was starting to run out of hard disk space on my laptop, and also I've always been a bit nervous over the last several months about not having a separate backup for my photos that was on site, if you like. So let's take a step backwards from there. So one of the things that we often overlook as photographers is, especially digital photographers and for digital media in general, is how fragile hard drives are on our computers and our laptops. And with one simple failure, now that hard drives are so massive, you can literally lose a lifetime's worth of photographs in an instant, and it can be very expensive or impossible to get those photos back. For example, let alone a hardware failure, but say your laptop or your computer was actually stolen. You know, there's no chance of ever getting those photographs back. So it's important we have a backup system in place, not only for our photographs but obviously for our documents and things like that. There's often the thought that you should keep things in three places. You know, unless you've got three copies of something, you're not really you're expecting failure. And there's the military saying, isn't there, that says, you know, one is none and two is one. So at the moment what I do is I've got my photos on my hard drive on my laptop, and I back them up via Picasa to web albums on Google. And this is a free service, and what it does is you can upload as many photographs as you want, but they're at a particular lower resolution, which is fine by me because, you know, I'm not a professional photographer, and all my full resolution edits, if you like, they all get uploaded at full resolution to Flickr. So if I ever need them, I can download them as well. But you know, recently, I mean, as you'll probably well know if you've listened to the SEL photography podcast, I looked at the blog at robknownphoto.com. I run everything on a really tight budget. You know, I don't have much money for equipment and gear. But what I really wanted was, so what that means is my laptop's only, I think it's got an 80GB hard drive in, which is nothing. So I was running out of space on it with things like videos on there and magazines and obviously lots and lots of photos. So I wanted an external hard drive. And we were in Asda not that long ago, and they had the Store and Goes on sale. I think it was about £40 British for this 320GB version, which isn't the cheapest. You know, if you go on eBay you can get them cheaper, but it was there and I thought, well, I need it, and we just got paid it, so I got it. So it's a 300GB hard drive, which is, you know, pretty much enough for me. And also I didn't want to go for anything bigger because I guess my next purchase, maybe for my birthday or something like that, would be to get a second one of these to mirror them, and so, you know, you have a backup of your backup, which you can then, you know, store off site if you like. Maybe I'll take it into work and keep it in my locker or something like that. But the actual hard drive itself, if I can get it out of the packaging, is quite nice and small. Again, it's 300GB, so it's pretty big, and it runs on USB 2. So all you've got to do is plug it into your computer using the supplied little USB drive, and it'll just appear as another drive. And then also installed on this, pre-installed on it, is, I think it's Nero, and there's a backup program on there as well, so it'll help you to back up your files and everything to disk. And then really, to use it, you just use it like an ordinary drive, like you would. And then when you want to unplug it, if you want to unplug it while your computer's on, you just go in the little taskbar at the bottom, and there'll be a little thing that says remove hardware, and you click on that, click on the USB generic hub and say remove volume, I think it says like volume E, and then it'll take off. And so what I've been able to do with this one, for example, is that I've copied all my photos onto it. And it doesn't take that long over USB 2. Copied quite a lot of the movies, loads of magazines. I download lots of photography magazines and things like that, and they're all sort of currently sitting on here. I'd always be fairly careful the way I handle it, especially when it's on, because obviously there's a spinning drive inside this, and if you drop it, it wouldn't like it. But handily enough, actually, the box that it comes in is really nice foam rubber. So, you know, one of the perfect storage cases for it when you're not using it would be actually back in the shipping container it came with, and that'd be very good indeed. So now I've got the copies of my photos on my laptop, so that's one copy. I've got a copy on here, full resolution copies on here, so that's 2. I use Google's Picasa to back up all of my photos at a lower resolution, because it's free, to Google Web Albums, and that sits there as well. And then my full resolution edits, which I share with everybody, get uploaded to Flickr. And Flickr's the only one I pay for, and I think it's $20 a year or $24 a year, and that gives you I could upload everything if I wanted to Flickr, but I don't bother. I just do the edits, the keepers, if you like, that I want to do that way. And I think that's quite a workable and achievable backup solution for what I do. And then the trick is just to remember to do it, you know. So every time I add a new folder, and when I do an import and I do the edits, then I add them to the hard drive. Picasa is very good if you use it on your computer, because that will then detect new folders and start. You just click a little toggle and it'll start uploading them, and obviously then you can use something like the Flickr uploader. But overall, I'd say so far anyway, the few weeks I've got it, the Verbatim Store and Go 320 gigabyte portable hard drive, very chuffed with, and yeah, I'll definitely buy another one so I can have a backup of a backup. Okay, I'm Rob from robknownphoto.com. Thanks for watching.